Hey guys, welcome to Stuffbox. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Cloud Platform to upload a static website. I have an HTML website template with CSS and JavaScript that I'll upload using Google Storage Bucket. So go to your Google Cloud Platform, click the menu on the top left, look for Storage, then select Bucket. Create a bucket, name your bucket. When naming your bucket, you need to ensure you have the www before your domain name. If you don't, you'll have a hard time pointing your domain to your bucket. For labels, this is optional. It's good to put a label if you have multiple projects, but since I only have this bucket, we won't bother with it. Click Continue, then choose where to store your data. You have multi-region, dual region, and single region. If you want to keep the cost down, then you want to pick single region. With single region, this is where you can take advantage of the free tier that Google offers. I know US East, Central, and West are part of the free tier. There is a limit for free tier. This is how much it will cost if you go over your limit. If you want to see more info regarding the free tier, click Pricing Details. Then on the left side, click Cloud Storage, always free. And this will tell you what's included in the free tier. For storage, you can store 5 GB of data per month. For Class A operations, which is for updating and adding files in your bucket, you have 5,000 operations. For Class B operations, which is based on viewing your website, you get a good 50,000 limit. And you get a 1 GB of data transfer within GCP. You also need to make sure that you choose West, Central, and East regions. Let's go back to our bucket. I've already chosen US East 1, so we're good. For storage class, you have standard, nearline, cold line, and archive. Since this is a website, you want to choose standard, then click continue. For access control, uniform or fine grain should work fine. I prefer fine grain just in case I need to restrict certain folders or files in the future. Choose how to protect your data. You can choose object versioning or retention policy. I have a simple website and I won't be modifying it often, so I don't need either of these. You can change the data encryption from Google Managed to CMEK. Once you're done, click Create button. Now that we have your bucket, drag your HTML files onto your bucket. I'm going to open my Finder here, select all my files, all my HTML files, including JavaScript and CSS, and drag it from here. I'm going to fast forward it here so you don't watch the upload progress. This should be quick though. This website is only 7 megabytes. Our files are now uploaded. The next thing we want to do is make all these files public so it's available on the web. So click the Select All checkbox, select the Permissions tab, scroll down, and click the Add button. Under New Principals, type in All Users. For Select Role, look for Cloud Storage Legacy and select Storage Legacy Object Reader. Then click Save, and it will warn you that your files are going public. Click Allow Public Access, and your files are now public on the internet. Click Objects. You might get this notification on the bottom, so click Refresh, and you'll see that the access are now public. If we test this, click on one of our HTML, and you'll see the public URL. Click that, and you'll see that it's now public. Now go back to your bucket. Look on the right side, click on the 3 dots, and select Edit Website Configuration. Type your index.html site here. And if you have a 404 page, type it in there. I don't have one, so I'm just going to put it to the index.html as well. Click Save. Our website is ready. Now the next thing we need to do is point this bucket to our domain. Go to your domain provider. Mine is Google Domains. Click DNS to edit the DNS records. Enter www on the hostname field. For type, select CNAME, leave the TTL to 3600, and enter this address under data. If you want more info regarding this DNS configuration, I put the link on the video description. Now click Save. Wait about 30 minutes for the configuration to take effect, then test your website on incognito mode or private mode on your browser. Type the full address including the www one you're testing, then your domain name. As you can see, our website does not work without including the www, and it also says not secure. We can fix that by using Cloudflare free service. You can also fix that by using Google Cloud's load balancing service, but that would cost money. So I'll show you how to connect your bucket using Cloudflare. Open a new window or tab and go to cloudflare.com. Click Sign Up and create an account by adding your email and password. You will also get an email to verify your email address, so check your email before proceeding. Once you've verified your email address, click Add Site. Enter your URL. It will ask you to select a plan, scroll down, and look for Free. Select it and click Continue. This will now scan your domain for existing DNS records, and it should find the CNAME that we added. So it looks like Cloudflare found the CNAME that we added. It also found a CNAME called Domain Connect. You may or may not see this when adding your site to Cloudflare. If you do see it on your domain, leave it as is. You'll also notice this notification that it would take up to 24 hours for Cloudflare to verify your ownership. This means that your website will not be available until they verified it. Click Continue. There are a few things we need to do here. The main thing we need to do is removing Google's name servers and replacing it with Cloudflare's. So to replace it, copy the first name server. Go back to your domain provider settings. Mine is Google Domains. Go to Custom Name Servers and add the first name server. I'm going to copy the second one and then paste it over here and click Save. To apply the settings on Google Domains, click Switch to these settings. The settings is now activated, but it might take a few minutes or hours before Cloudflare can actually see the configuration. Once you waited a few minutes, click Done, check Name Servers. If you're finding value on this tutorial so far, help me out and click the like button. Next thing we need to do is follow these steps in order to optimize our website. Click Get Started. Make sure automatic HTTPS rewrites is on. Click Save or go to the next one. Turn on Always Use HTTPS. And then click Save. For Auto Minify, check all the boxes here. This will reduce the file size of our website. Then click Save. For Broadly, leave that on and click Save. Double check the summary and then click Finish. Next thing we need to do is check the Ssl settings. Ensure that Full is selected. Next, let's add some page rules. They give you 3 page rules for free, and you can buy more. So let's create the page rule. Under URL, enter your domain name, and then add slash, and then the asterisk. Under Pick a Setting, look for Forward URL, and select the status as 301 permanent. Enter the destination URL by adding HTTPS, the www, and then the full domain. Then add a /, a $, and the number 1. Then click Save and Deploy Page Rule. What this page rule does is if anyone types our domain without the www, it will then forward the domain to HTTPS with www. Now go to Cloudflare's DNS settings, add a record. For type, select CNAME. For name, add the @ symbol for root. And for target, type in c.storage.googleapis.com. This is similar settings to your www settings. Then click Save and subscribe while you are waiting for the DNS to take effect. You might need to wait a few hours before you can check if your website is working properly. I've already waited about 2 hours and I know that my website is working, so open a browser. Enter your domain without the www and check if it works. As you can see, mine worked fine, and it even has the padlock for the SSL. If you have any questions regarding this tutorial, please leave it in the comment below. If you find this helpful, leave a thanks. If you want to learn how to install WordPress on Google Cloud, here's where you can learn that. Thank you for watching.